Hi, I'm Liz Courtney with the book Women Living Fearlessly, and I would like to read a little bit from my chapter called Changing Stilettos for Snow Boots. A mother's journey from boardroom stilettos to snow boots to directing films on climate change. I hope you enjoy a little bit of this story. Life's tipping points. We all have many tipping points scattered in our lives. These can tip the scale from which direction we could go. The key distinction here is when we have the opportunity to take it, we don't know if it'll ever come back again. And my motto in that is, when that sliding door opens, work through your fear to take it. For me, Cool School Antarctica was my sliding door moment, which led to a new experience and a new world. These included meeting my adventurous self on a dog sled, trekking across the Arctic in -20. Who would have thought the city slicker, stiletto-heeled corporate executive was hiding her true self beneath this visual? There's a water mitty moment in all of us, calling us to adventure. Let me share one of mine with you. Kanak, Greenland, 72 degrees north, 15 Celsius. Let me say -15 Celsius. And we're headed towards the Arctic North Pole, looking for the edge of sea ice to film our first episode of the tipping points of climate change, the Greenland ice sheet. A tent, a thermal mattress, snow boots on my feet, and not a real toilet for thousands of miles. To the horizon, all we can see is flat ice. With nowhere to hide and nature calling, I realize how inconvenient it is to be a female in this place. The best next option? Using collection bags for toilets. I traded my high-flying corporate job in advertising, paid a generous salary, wore shoes to die for, and owned a pretty glam wardrobe to experience all of this and more. Some might call me crazy, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I can say that so sincerely now. Traveling on the first day of our expedition, I was overcome with the realization that I was totally at peace. Amidst a sea of white, glistening snow, my huskies in front of me, wind hitting my face, and a film crew relying on my direction. Wow. Hello. Who are you? I asked. Why, I'm your adventurous self, one who's been asleep for so long. Glad to finally meet you. I was having this conversation with myself. We have a lot of work to do to save this planet, so let's get going. My heart was racing, tingles all over my body. I realized that this world is my world. It is my home. I was happy beyond words to have met my true self in the most far-flung place on the planet, the Arctic sea ice, in -20 degrees. We traveled for hours until we unexpectedly saw ocean shimmering in the distance. We approached a break in the ice called a lee, and it was deemed the best way to get over it by our Inuit dog sled hunters was to run fast to the edge, jump the dogs and the sled across the break, and land on the other side. It seemed like a plan, albeit I had really no idea, because our Inuit hunters were our guides. My sled was the first to go, and I closed my eyes. We landed, and the second sled landed behind me, but the dogs were crazy. The ice was moving, it was soft like marshmallow, and in a nanosecond, I knew we were in danger. Adrenaline, it rushed in through my veins, it clicked into survival mode. The Inuit guides were shouting loudly as they worked to settle the dogs and quickly turned our sleds around. The danger was apparent and the sea ice was unstable. At any moment, it could give away and we could all be facing death in an icy sea. We ran the dogs hard back across the gap. In that moment, there was only time to focus on getting back to safety, no time for other thoughts. or conversations with self, only to be very present in that moment and very focused. Checking everyone was okay, we stopped for a short break, some cheese and bread, and then we followed the open lead for hours until we found a solid ice bridge to cross. Totally forgetting that the sun never sets, I checked the time. It was 11 p.m. The sun was high in the sky, but we called it a day. We set up our tents, we fed the dogs, and we made a little circle, boiling our fresh water, which we bought to put our dry vegetable curry in. Although we went all extremely tired, I had never felt more alive, living with purpose, passion, courage, kindness, and a greater awareness of how we ourselves are part of this planet. We discussed the film sequences for the next day and retired to our Inuit tents for the rest of the night in sun-drenched daylight. I had never felt life had brought me to a place like this before, and I was so humbled to witness the rare beauty of Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and record the rate of change happening at the edge of our planetary system. The next episode was shot in the Amazon rainforest, where our adventure began at 4 a.m. Dressed in high-cut boots to guard me from being bitten by snakes, my film crew and I walked through the darkness. We climbed the top of a research tower. It was 120 meters high. We were above the clouds and above the canopies of this ancient tree forest. There we waited for sunrise, and as the sun's glow grew in intensity, so did my feeling of awe. I was pinching myself. Is this a dream? It made the whole journey worth it. Even though I got lost in the jungle in the pitch darkness a few nights back, I really decided in my mid-40s, I did not want to live with any regrets. This is a little bit from my book, In Women Living Fearlessly, and my story is about Stilletoes to snow boots. I'm Liz Courtney. I hope you enjoy the book and enjoy my chapter. Thanks for listening. And just remember, you have a chance to either let fear define who you are or define who you are and get on top of your fear, find the courage to live the life you're passionate about and that you are here on this planet to live.